Wild's going to like it. Reveal it, please. That's C.J. Stroud and that's Gardner Minshew.
I think he could.
And so, listen, facts are the facts. And over the last 7 years, teams that pop make the divisional round, we can show it to you.
What's up, guys? Oh, 1 second, guys. Real talk, real Texans talk. We're gonna do it. Doing it live. Give me a second. Just a little technical difficulty. Look like we live, guys. We got it. 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 Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Got it. Hey, welcome everybody back. It's your boy Blastoff, man. And what a day. What a day. It went down today at NRG and not the and somewhat predictably, uh, like I assumed it would had it been a messy game. Texans pull off the dub, 24-20. Wasn't a clean game at all. The penalties were overflowing. 12 penalties today, guys. I'm starting to think that this had to be a record. This had to be a record in penalties today. It had to be. Because what I seen today, man, was crazy. But the good thing is we got the dub, and I was expecting to because I was at the game, and I was expecting to sit back and sit back and watch them dominate the Jags, take advantage of their injury. Early on in the game, before the game started off, the announcement came through that Joe was out, Joe Mixon was out, Damian Pierce was out. So I mentally had a place in my mind. I was like, oh boy, we're gonna need them guys. And unfortunately, know, those guys were out. So I already knew that we had some troubles on our hands. Um, Basically, you know, 12 penalties today. It still is not cleaned up. When are we gonna clean this shit up? When are we gonna get this stuff cleaned up? 12 penalties today. Last week we had 11 penalties. 11 penalties last week with the Vikes. And then with the Bears, another 12. So through 3 weeks, I've counted 35 penalties. And I don't know if that's a record for our team, but man, I was on the phone earlier. I called in to the radio station after the game, and I spoke with Sean Pendergast and Clint Sterner when they do the recap of the game. Uh, he labeled it as penalty parade. When will this penalty parade end? Sean P did. He said, when will this penalty parade end? And you know what? I agree with him. We all agree with him. We saw Laramie today. I believe he had 3 penalties today. I know for sure 2 of them were for holding. I think they all were for holding. I think they were all for holding. Maybe 1 false start, but I know that his name was called 3 times. So whatever's going on, yeah, it was 3 today. It was 5 or 6 last week. You know, you know, uh, these guys, they still haven't got the kinks worked out after hearing all week how penalties would the O line's penalties would be cleaned up. Uh, and from the kickoff, before we deflected to Jacksonville and to Jacksonville, start the game off. But of course, uh, had to happen. Started off on a bad note. Steven Sims muffing the punt when they got the Jags to turn over, kick the ball, 3 downs and 3 and out. They got the Jags to 3 and out today, and hit you not, punt the ball off to us. Here goes Steven Sims, man, muffing the punt. Out of all the days you could do this, today is the day. Um, and so Jags were able to get at their 1 or 2 yard line, and of course, Trevor Lawrence was able to, pad his stats, um, against us. I don't know what it's gonna take. A lot of people are angry calling in. One guy was like, "Hey," one caller called in on a radio station earlier today and was like, "Hey, you know, Miko needs to get in these guys' face. He needs to get in these guys' face. He needs to no more. The honeymoon is over. No more Mr. Nice Guy. He needs to hold these players accountable. Get in their face, call them out, and I personally and I've heard other people call in to rebuttal what I'm saying, but to go along with what I'm saying, but from my understanding, their player relationship that they have in house. He's not Bill O'Brien, per se. Uh, they're dealing with their internal, conflicts in house. And then on another note, the players are more likely to be, handling the conflict more than D'Amico. They can get in each other's faces and say, "Hey, listen, man, you're killing us." And I wonder who's the guy that's going to speak up to Laramie. It has to be coach. It has to be coach that calls them in and say, "Hey, man, what's going on here, bro? Killing us." He wasn't the only one today, though. Definitely wasn't the only one. 76 was holding. That's Kenyon Green. He had. I said that Kenyon Green. I said it last night that Kenyon Green was going to have a better day than what he had last week versus the Vikes. And he ended up getting injured at one point. I don't remember if he came back into the game. I think he did. I didn't see him. But I remember he had a couple of holding penalties on him. A lot of it seemed like illegal and downfield, penalties, and so it was 12 penalties on the day, man. 11 last week and 12 the week before that versus the Bears. It's a penalty parade, and I think it was Clint Sterner on 610 that made the statement of you know these guys being undisciplined is playing undisciplined football is they handicap. And this is what it is. These guys are playing undisciplined ball. And then we got the Bills coming in here, you know, this upcoming Sunday, and they looking for blood. They just got smacked by the Ravens, you know. They just got smacked by the Ravens. So they're coming in town and they're gonna be looking to make a bounce back game. And they're not, and I'm telling you now, Josh Allen is not Trevor Lawrence, who missed wide open throws today, where had Kalen, he hit one and hadn't. And shout out to Kalen Bullock, man, that rookie. I said it, man. These rookies are stepping up. They flashing, they stepping up, man. They're contributing. They're getting their stripes early, man. So our future's bright. But Kalen Bullock made a touchdown saving tackle today. Had it not been for him making that touchdown saving tackle, dude, it would have been 27 to 17. It would have been 27-17 at that time. Um, you know, and yeah, we were able to stop them and go up. I couldn't believe that they had a chance to at least kick the field goal, but they decided to go for it on 4th and 1, and we got the stop. I think it was Fatakasi that made that stop on Trevor Lawrence trying to scramble. He tried to scramble up through that middle on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, whichever it was, and he failed, man. That was good, man. It was a lot of accomplishments made today too, though, man. Um, a lot of accomplishments, nice accomplishments were made. Let's start off with your boy Stephon Diggs had his first career rushing touchdown. Uh, it was on a play where it was originally a play action play, but Diggs ended up seeing the play busted. The coverage, the Jacksonville had the play covered too well. Diggs was originally supposed to toss it to another. He caught the ball from the handoff. He was supposed to toss it to the open man, but the play was covered, and he ended up scrambling in for a touchdown. You know, it was a brilliant play. I got it pulled up here. Let me run that back to you. This was a beautiful one. I got to put this one up. This one was a beautiful one. Check this one out.
Hand off to Diggs. He threw one last week. Now he's going to run into the 5. Diggs, touchdown! Stephon Diggs. A handoff to Diggs. He threw one last week. Now he's going to run into the 5. Diggs, touchdown! Stephon Diggs.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, hey, they was in their bag, and thank God that Diggs had the wherewithal to, make that play, bring that play up. Um, hey, uh, I don't know, man, what to tell you guys uh about penalties and whatnot, but we had some highlights made today, man. And let's give a shout out to CJ. He broke the record that only him, Kurt Warner, and old Patty Mahomes had, man. These guys were the only up until today. It was just Kurt Warner and Patrick Mahomes were the only two guys prior to today that hit, uh, hit 3,000 yards in their first 10 home games. And your Houston Texan, CJ Stroud, broke the record today, man. He had 3106 today. Setting a new NFL record for most passing yards in the player's first 10 games, surpassing Mahomes. Passing Mahomes, and he had 20. Through his first 10 home games, 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Impressive, man. So that's great company that we have. If we want to set the metric for gauging what we have in a quarterback, there you go. Elite company. He's steady making elite company statistically. He just needs to complete the puzzle. He's just gonna need to complete the puzzle. He's been hitting his numbers statistically, man. He's up there with the best, Brady and all those guys. You know, uh, we're basically lucky to have this guy on as our quarterback. I was pissed off a little bit earlier because um I want to get a little bit into what Nick Wright, who used to work here. I'm steady going at with Nick, man, because I can't believe Nick is doing and saying the shit that he's saying. He's starting to turn into somebody said he's starting to turn into Skip Bayless. And it's starting to seem like what he's got going on, man. Nick, man, said today, I seen it earlier, and it had me taken aback, and it had the fans in an uproar by saying, basically he compares C.J. Stroud to Gardner Minshew. Said they have a similar trajectory, a similar career, and you know, hey, bro, we're gonna first of all, let's not say that Gardner Minshew's early start to his rookie career in his second year in the league through the first 10 games or whatever, his first 10 home games. Because I got the stats pulled up here, his stats aren't disrespectful. Gardner Minshew came in the league and was surprising a lot of people. He was playing above expectations. But did he play to the above expectations that CJ's played last year in his rookie year where he won MVP of the league? I think's not. I went and pulled up some stats here. So Gardner Minshew's rookie year, he had an impressive rookie year. It was in 2019, and he had his rookie year. He had a passer rating of 91.2. This is when he ended the end of the season. By the time the season was over, he had a passer rating of 91.2. He had 3,271 yards, passing yards for the season. He had 21 touchdowns and he had 6 interceptions. Great stats for a rookie. Yeah, oh, absolutely. We're not taking that back. We're not taking that. We're not downplaying that. Nothing. That's excellent. He's a great quarterback. His completion percentage that year was 61%. But when we go and compare him to CJ Stroud, CJ had his rookie year, he had a passer rating. Now, don't forget, Gardner Minshew had 91.2 as his passer rating compared to CJ Stroud's rookie year of 100.8. Almost a 9-point difference. I argue a 9-point difference. Gardner Minshew had 3,271 passing yards. CJ Stroud came in with 4,108 passing yards his rookie year. So you compare 3,200 to 4,100. CJ had 23 touchdowns. Gardner had 22 touchdowns his rookie year. Not bad, not much of a separation. And CJ had 5 interceptions. Gardner had 6. CJ, basically was that was 14 games for Gardner, and I doubt he was going to throw for 1,000 yards in one game. One game CJ played, one game more. I doubt that Gardner was going to throw for 1,000 yards that game. You also have, it's what Nick said was a bunch of mess and disrespect. And I got more stats because he want to say some shit that he wanted to say. He's prepared, but I had another little setup to where I can rebuttal him on the whole way through because I did the stats through the first 10 games. Since CJ broke that record today, I wanted to see what Gardner Minshew's stats were. But let me go ahead and hit that clip for you guys. What your boy Nick had to say, man.
And over the last 7 years,
and I wanna put that on screen, and you guys leave a comment, say what's up, man, and let me know if you get anything out of this, man. But I want to go ahead and play this clip right quick of what your boy had to say, man, and you let me know what you guys think.
and over the last 7 years, teams that make the divisional round, we can show it to you, they don't teams that get knocked out in the divisional round. The following year, only twice have made it past that. 18 have missed the playoffs outright. And so what's going on with the Texans? Well, show you CJ's numbers because he's supposed to be an MVP. I think we can show you CJ's numbers. It's a blind reveal, but one of them is CJ. I don't know if you can tell the difference between those two players. To me, it's about identical.
Is that Geno?
No, it's not Geno, Brew. If it was Geno, it'd be nothing to be ashamed of. It's worse than Geno. Wild's gonna like it. Reveal it, please. That's CJ Stroud and that's Gardner Minshew.
I think he could.
And so, listen, facts are the facts. And over the last 7 years, teams that make the divisional round, we can show it to you, they don't teams that get knocked out in the divisional round. The following year, only twice have made it past that. 18 have missed the playoffs outright. And so what's going on with the
And look, guys think about it. Dude sound like he hating to me. The craziest part about it is Nick got his start here before we went Hollywood, big time Fox Sports and whatnot. You know, Nick got his start here, man, on Sports 610. And it's a sister station. I guess they ship a lot of these guys from Kansas City because we got our boy Ron Hughley. What's up, Ron? Shout out to you, baby. Shout out to you. But they ship a lot of those guys from Kansas City, and they got every right to be a Kansas City. They come out here and they, base their gauges off of what they see out there in Kansas City. So Nick's a fanboy of Pat, man. And so what he showed there was, that's from this season. Season just got started. But if we go back and look at, his first 10 games, Gardner Minshew through his first 10 games, his first 10 career, not his first 10 games, guys, his first 10 career home games. His first 10 career home games. Gardner Minshew had an 86.3 passer rating and passed for 2,300 yards, 2,311 to be exact. He's 9 TDs, 6 picks through his first 10 games. But if you want to go and compare that to CJ, CJ had 3,106 yards through his first 10 games. That's the merit. Setting that new record for most passing yards in the player's first 10 career home games, surpassing Patrick Mahomes. He had 20 touchdowns, more than doubling what Gardner Minshew has done. And only 4 interceptions through his first 10 career home games. Now, you got Gardner Minshew that threw for 9 touchdowns and 6 interceptions through his first 10 career home games. Hey, man. Nick, you're wrong on this one, bro. Take a seat, calm down, man. You made your career here. We were a footstool, a pedestal. We were a ladder for your career climb that you've done, man. I love you. Love what you do, respect what you do, bro. But lay off our boy. We're gonna ride like the bullpen gonna ride, man. The bullpen is gonna ride. You can't jump on CJ Stroud back like that. We're not gonna let you get away with that, dude. So just a fact check, just a little fact check, man. Because that I know that bothered a lot of people. I seen a couple of cats on Twitter saying, they were pissed off about what Nick had to say, man. So Nick liked to ruffle a couple of feathers now. And, whatever. But we, on the other hand, back to us, we're going to have to tighten up. Bills are coming in here, and they played a sloppy game tonight. They lost. Those guys are prepared when they come. Looking at us, they got a chance. Okay, we got them. They slipping. They ain't playing their best ball. Coming here thinking that, they can take over. They can take over and steal one out here. Let's do something. We're gonna have to do something to get this cleaned up before they come in town. Because 35 penalties in the span of the past 3 games is unacceptable. And we could have been running away with the division because everybody else is. I believe the Titans are. We 3-1. The Titans are 0-2. They play tomorrow, and the Jags are now 0-4. And so the Colts are the only ones keeping pat with the division. With us, they're one game. They on our trail. They're on our trail. We are they one game back. Anthony Richardson got hurt though, man. He had a hip fracture today. He had a hip fracture and Joe Flacco stepped in, man. And so the ghost of Flacco approaching again, man. He's back. He led the Colts to a win. I don't know how long Anthony Richardson is going to be out, but if I was anybody, I would be more worried about Joe Flacco. He played a good game You know, that first time they came in town last year, and he was able to pull off the win. But that second time around, hey, we had his number, the playoffs, and he gonna be out for blood too. Good thing we got them a little later on. But hey, we gotta clean this up because we got the division in our hands right now. We got a nice little lead, but like I say, the Colts with Joe Flacco can probably get a lot done. Uh, Joe Flacco won't go away. Joe Flacco won't go away, man. As for CJ and the dude put the team back today, Darrell Agumbawale put the team on his back. CJ, man, just special. Thankful for him. But again, man, it won't go far if we can't clean up as far as you know, penalties are concerned. Penalties are killing us, guys. Y'all know it. I know the team knows it. Stadium today, it wasn't as full as you would think it would be. You know, being a home game. I don't know if it was because it was the Jags, nobody was interested, but I'm starting to get a look like, hey man, we got to start filling up these seats because it seems like Jag fans, if this next week with the Buffalo Bills, you can bet the Bills Mafia is gonna ride. They're gonna come and they're gonna be in full force. Hell, it might be some squabs, some fights in the stands, you know. Hopefully not. But them Bills fans, they ride or die for their team, man. I don't think they want to come out here with their smoke. But at the same time, all them seats that were empty were guest seats, a lot of seats that they could have had for guests. Jag fans, I guess, just didn't travel well. But then, you know what? Those guys are going through some things, I believe. I don't know if Jacksonville was hit, but I know the state of Florida was hit with that hurricane, Helen. And so prayers out to those people. But stands weren't full today. Weren't full. We were able to be there loud enough to support the team and drown out some of those drives because there was a lot of things that could have went wrong had Trevor been pinpoint. I don't expect Josh Allen, you know, those last 3 weeks, Richardson missed some open throws. Darnold didn't really push the ball deep last game. Caleb Williams, he missed some deep throws. Today, Trevor Lawrence, he missed some deep throws. I'm starting to wonder if Trevor Lawrence is that guy that they said he was, the generational talent, this and that, man. The brother has been, you know, he was gifted, pretty much gifted of 2 touchdowns today. I want to say the Texans held him for under you know, 200 yards if I'm not mistaken on the day. Could be wrong. Um, but we just need to we got a gauntlet of a schedule coming up here. We're gonna have. I made a mistake the other day and said we playing the Jets after we play the Bills next week, but it's the Patriots. Got the Patriots coming in. We're going to play the Patriots, and so got 2 road games after this. So road, and we're gonna be playing the Patriots after home stand. I don't know, guys. What you think, man? How you guys feel? Are you guys because yeah, I said last night that the, you know, depending on how we won, it was going to be for me a yeah, but, and today was a yeah, but big time. Yeah, we won it, but it was the Jags. But you know, I was more on the lines of we were gonna beat them, outright beat them. You know, not have this struggle in the last 20, 30 seconds of the game, had to come back from behind and win in the last 20. I didn't expect that. And so that's what worries me more than anything, that we still haven't hit our stride. Now here we go with a team that's coming in, hot team that before today leading the league in touchdowns. Bills were leading the league in touchdowns scored before today. So I expect them to, you know, righten their ship and trying to put up points on us next week. and we ain't been playing up to our expectations. You know, we'll get them all set up, man, and get it all figured out. But at the end of the day, to clean up all this mess, man. I'll be tapping in, man, checking in with you guys throughout the week. Follow me on X at Blastoff for EN. Blastoff Entertainment. Find us. Yeah, man. I would just summarize it as saying it wasn't a clean game. Still making mistakes. I do I do agree with a caller I heard on the radio earlier say to just relax. Still early in the season. It's better to fix this what we're going through right now at 3-1, uh, than to be, you know, looking 1-3 and we ain't have the division in our hands and we sitting there scratching our heads like what's went wrong? What's wrong? What went wrong? So I believe that we'll get it together, man. Takes time. For some reason, it feels like it's new rules in the league. For some reason, it feels like uh, these guys are having trouble on the line with false starts and lining up lining up wrong and whatever. From what I've been understanding from the complaints from the tackles and the offensive line, saying that they making new rules. They letting rules slide that they would let slide last game or the game before, but now they're calling it. And it seems like the Texans do have a target on their back, man, because that whistle blew, and it blew today. And we were all like, oh, CJ scramble for a first down. Go, call it back. Somebody holding. Oh, somebody, a legal man downfield. Oh, it just seemed over and over and over and over again. But it was driving us crazy. It was driving us all crazy, man. Coach said something today that I kind of disagree with. Coach was like, uh, you know, he said winning ugly, he'll take it. I mean, and wait a minute, excuse me. I don't want to get it confused and get it misconstrued. I agree. We'll take the ugly win. And he'll take it all day. But my only thing is when you're winning ugly, you ain't gonna be able to win all of the games like that. So we got to get out of being comfortable with just, hey, we got to get comfortable. We got to get out of that feeling comfortable with winning ugly because we've been winning ugly all season. We've been having shootouts all season. We've been having mistakes that's been keeping our opponents in the game all season. We made the mistake against a seeming like a top tier team. Now, Vikings been running over everybody. Vikings just had the same scenario play out with the Packers today. Same scenario played out with the Packers today. They was up 28-0 by the half. Packers was able to come roaring back due to a couple of mistakes on the Vikings side and whatnot, muff punt on their side. They were able to let them back in the game, but them Vikings, man, that defense that Brian Flores has is crazy. It looked like if they can be stopped, since they went, they were held 28, pretty much to 28 the whole game. So the thing is, the offense is not the problem. Defense. So you're gonna have to outscore those Vikings. You're gonna have to outscore them. You have to force them to. You got to get the lead on the Vikings. I believe a team that gets the lead on the Vikings. I don't know if the Vikings have been playing from behind all year. I don't know if they have been playing from behind because you're gonna have to get the lead on them. So because they want to play that cover zero shit, but you can keep them honest. You can get the lead. Get a good lead and run the ball or make them play honest. Because if they want to do that crowding the line of scrimmage and then running coverages out of that, then let them do it, but make them do it when you got the lead. Now you got control. But teams like that, when they come towards us, they come into town or we go out there and they have what I would call you know, mistakes and miscues and false starts and lined up in the neutrals, all that. It ain't gonna fly, man, when you're going up against, because they're gonna capitalize. When you're going up against Buffalo, you'll see. You go up against Buffalo with that bullshit, you'll see. You'll see. Hey, got the Jets coming up. Hey, think Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna hit them throws that these other quarterbacks have been missing? Oh no. Defense have been blowing coverages at times. A receiver will be a step or two ahead. Quarterback was just overthrown. This happened 3-4 games in a row. Anthony Richardson hit on a couple of them the first game of the week. Caleb missed his. Didn't even take too many shots. You know, Darnold, he didn't really take too many. They was just dipping and dunking, having their way with us with Justin Jefferson and Naylor and all of those guys. But, you know, got a reprieve today. Trevor Lawrence wasn't on his A game today. But you best believe Josh Allen ain't going to miss those, man. Josh Allen is not going to miss those. We're going to have to have that pressure running. We're going to need something from Will Anderson and Hunter today. I don't know if they had any sacks today. Well, I'm not sure that they had. I know that Eric Murray had a sack. Sure. I know that Eric Murray had a sack. Good play. And it was a good game, man. But again, a lot to clean up. We still in the works of cleaning this up. We still haven't hit our stride. And we haven't hit our stride with a top-tier team, a playoff team, a Super Bowl contender coming into town next week. So you guys let me know what you think, man. Are we ready yet or not? Leave a comment down in the comment section. Please hit the like and subscribe button, man. I appreciate you all for tapping in. This is just a channel for people that love football. Any opponents coming into town, tap in, leave your comments, man. Talk your trash. Leave me some supportive comments, Texans fans, man. I appreciate it. It gives me the juice to keep it rolling. You know, I am your boy, Daryl Blastoff, and you have been listening to the Real Texans Talk. And appreciate you again, man. And I'll be back again next week, later on this week. And maybe right before Thursday, I think I'm going to hit a stream up. Maybe even, you know, sometime this week, definitely after the Titans game, see where they are in the stand. Yeah, man, we appreciate it. Guys tapping in. Shout out to Blastoff Entertainment, man. Can't do it without you. Guys, just go ahead, hit the like, subscribe button, comments, please. Let me know what you guys think, man. How you feel about the team as of right now. Are we on the right track? Do you guys feel like we ready for Buffalo next week? I'll give my predictions. I guess I want to say maybe Friday or Saturday night. You know, I'll give my predictions. I'll get on my predictions next Saturday. Saturday coming up for Friday. You know what I think. Let's see how the week progresses. I want to see who's healthy, who's going to come back, because Joe Mixon, I'm guessing they were saving Joe for, you know, maybe seemed like he was ready to go as of the other day. But they held him out. He's still dealing with that soft tissue. And Dameon Pierce, I think these guys are going to be ready. Hopefully Tank is healed up, get well soon. Tank, we're going to need all hands on deck because these boys are coming into town. Keon Coleman and Josh Allen and Ed Oliver and the crew and Vaughn Miller. These guys are coming, man. So the boys are coming with the heat. We're going to have to be ready, man. So guys, stay tuned in, man. I will be back later on this week, maybe this Thursday or Friday, man, to tap in with you. You have been listening to the Real Texans Talk with your boy. I am Daryl Blastoff. Y'all be blessed and have a great night, man.